Hey, what's up guys, Smatic Psycho here, and we are going to jump into the Arma 3 Alpha Editor. So, right now we're just going to go ahead and, pick Stratus, because we have a lot of choices here. It should be popping up, okay. So here we go, and a few things I want to get out the way real quick is, this is Alpha. Another thing is I'm going to try to explain this to you guys as clearly as possible, because if you're new to the editor, you're probably going to have to come back to this video multiple times, or some of my, other videos that I'm going to be doing, but we're just going to go over a few things today. Is the units and the group tool. These are what these are, and then we'll go over a few features that are also in the editor as well. Like something that's probably not gonna really pertain to you, but ID is a pretty cool thing. It IDs all the trees and stuff, but I don't mess with that. That's not really important. And textures. Now, what textures does is you can see is it doesn't. This is just using all the lines and stuff to describe how tall the land area is, and just the green stuff is like forest. With textures, you can actually see what's going on, like what it looks like. But I don't think anything else up here actually. Okay, well, you can switch to the old layout, old Arma 2 layout, but I'm gonna use this layout for right now. And then the intel. This is basically where you name your mission. So once you export it to your multiplayer, this will be what your mission's name is. So we'll just call this test mission, just because it's probably not really going to be a mission at all. So it's going to be just showing you guys. Here you can mess with the overcast feature. You can pick overcast the weather, like how much clouding and stuff is going to be there, and then fog. You can change it to be a lot of fog, so it really just more or less like affects your view distance. Rain, change it off of auto. It's on manual now. And that's how much, if it's going to be raining, or if I think that's the possibility that it's going to be raining, and then you can choose where it's going to be here. Like through time, it might change itself. If you put it on this, it's going to it's going to start off raining, and then it's going to end up not raining in clear skies. But yeah, so basically that's what's going on there. Lightning, if there's going to be lightning, pretty much the same deal. If it's going to be a lot of lightning, and there's going to be no lightning by a certain time period. I'm not sure what the time period is, but I would imagine something between like an hour maybe. Oh, here we go, time of change. There we go, 8 hours, 4 hours 15 minutes, 30 minutes, that's how long it's going to take to change. Waves, pretty explanatory. Waves, then this is wind, the strength of the wind, how the constant breeze, and then what the gusts can get up to. So the gusts maybe can get up to like 100 miles per hour. And yeah, so same difference. Description of your mission, date. I kind of skipped past that. That's pretty self-explanatory. And independence is what this is the independent faction, and I'll show you this in a second. Basically, they can be friendly to nobody, blue 4, op 4, everybody. Also pretty self-explanatory, but and this is the direction of the wind. I kind of missed this. So it can go from 120 to 140, and this will affect bullets and stuff like that. But I think I just exited out of that. Who cares? We're gonna go up to, let's go up to the Spartan. And so what we're gonna do is, this is the unit tool. Double click. Right here you can pick your side. Blue 4, op 4, independent, civilian, or ambient life. Blue 4 is the friendly forces, so this would be, there's not a lot here because this is of course alpha, so not much, but this is going to be like the US, I don't know what they're considered, but I'm just going to assume they're like US Marine Corps or US Army or something of the US. Min, diver, your different classes here. Ship, which would be like all your boats. Objects, which are an invisible target, so it's basically a target that the AIs will shoot at, but not you, because you won't see it. They'll think there's a target there. Min, diver, I already went over that. Min, this is all like the different kind of automatic rifleman, explosive specialist, helicopter pilot, marksman. Just they all have different preset classes. Cars, just the different cars, the vehicles. And air is going to be the helicopters, and in future versions there's going to be in air there's going to be jets, and there's going to be an armored tab, which is going to have tanks and stuff like that. Okay, so we got our way out of that. Special information means that it's information with the group. Flying only really applies to flying vehicles. It'll spawn them in the air, directly flying above, about maybe 50 or so meters above the ground. In cargo, will not place it I think this will place you in the vehicle cargo, like as a passenger in the vehicle right at spawn. I'm not actually 100% sure on that. You'd have to look that up if you're really curious what that does. And none will basically place you where you are put. If you're in a squad, it'll place you in formation defaultly. But if you go none, it'll place you right where you're being placed. Control, this would be your control. If you have control over this, this is your player. That's what you spawn as. Only one character can be the player. So you'll spawn as a player. You can make it playable, so you could switch to that unit, or if you're making a co-op game or a multiplayer game, that person is playable by other people, and non-playable is just people that are there that cannot be used or anything. So right now we're just going to stick with player for the first person. Actually, let's go ahead and change this to min, rifleman. Special, yeah, I already went over that. Control, vehicle lock. This basically means that you cannot, it only really applies to vehicles, obviously. This means you cannot get in the vehicle. It's default, that's, you know, whatever. Unlock, the vehicle's unlocked. The vehicle's locked, and locked player, I'm not 100% sure what that one is, but I'm sure that maybe pertains to a specific player or something. But yeah, so that's what that is. So you cannot access that vehicle. The rank doesn't necessarily matter if it's just you, but if you're creating squads, if you want to establish rank, like if you die, if you're a major and you die, the lieutenant will take over, or if there's a captain, he'll take over since he's a higher rank, and then all the privates will still remain under the control of that lieutenant or captain or whoever. Info and age. This I'm not actually I'm not 100% sure what that means. I've not really found anything on it, but I've never really had to use it, and I've been making missions for quite a while. This right here is the direction, so maybe I wanted him facing 50, he would be facing 50. If I wanted him facing 90, he'd be facing 90. But there's an easier way to do that. Also, you can use it through this right here. Elevation, this is how high you want the person to spawn. So if I wanted him to spawn 50 meters, he'd spawn 50 meters, so I'd spawn in and I'd be skydiving. Or if I wanted to place a diver underwater, I would do like negative, no, not 50, like 5, and it'll be underwater about 5 meters. And then here's the name. This is the name of the unit. This doesn't show up as the name of the unit where you place them. This is just for the editor's sake, stuff that you're probably not really going to need to use as of right now. The initialization has to do with scripting and stuff. That'll be in a later episode as well. The description, I'm not sure. That's a new feature, but I don't think you really have to use that yet. Might go over that later when I figure out more what that is. Skill is basically the skill of the AI unit, so this only really applies to AI units. So skill all the way down, they're gonna suck, they're stupid, they're generally, they can't see very far, they can't really hear that well, basically meaning they wouldn't hear somebody that's probably shooting 50 meters out, but you'd get closer and they, you know, would hear you. Turn the skill all the way up, they're just pretty much as effective as a person, or even better. So when I'm making missions, I usually leave them about right here to kind of make it, you know, I'm usually playing with my one friend, so if I have them all the way up, they're like freaking Rambos and they'll just murder me. But yeah, that's what skill is. Health and armor, that's what their health, or if their vehicle, how well their armor is. Fuel, how much fuel the vehicle has. Ammunition, it's gonna take away your ammunition. Possibility of presence, this can randomize missions. So yeah, missions are gonna be randomized, like, you know, what are the chances of that person spawning there? So this will make, you know, 50% chance of that person spawning there. If not, they're not going to be there. 0%, 100%, and everything in between. Conditions and presence, true. I can turn this to false and he wouldn't be there. And then placement radius, this is kind of can randomize where you're placed. So if I did like 50, or I'll just do 10, so I'll actually show you how this works. He can spawn anywhere in this area. So now that we get all that madness out the way, is what I can do is, you know, if I click and I can drag him around, if I shift click, I can do this and it'll change the direction of the unit. If you notice this little arrow indicator right here, this shows you what direction the unit is facing in. And yeah, that's about that. So I'll go ahead and preview this and just show you what we got here. So I'm basically just a rifleman that's going to be placed in that certain area facing straight out the road. But I might not be placed necessarily on the road. I could be placed 10 meters around that area. So wait for this to load up, and then you'll be able to see. So here you go. See, I initially put my unit to spawn right there. He spawned right over here. And that's that. So I spawn, I can do whatever. So this is the basics to placing a unit. We'll go ahead and get into groups really quick, and that should be pretty simple. And then we'll go ahead and call this episode. So we'll go ahead and delete this guy. Go to the Groups tab. We will double click. This is picking the side that you want this group to be. This would be the faction, so there's only the blue force. Class, we can do motorized infantry, which would be like a motor team. Oh, no player was selected. I'll just go ahead and select this so we don't keep getting that message. You just go and click player to stop that, and you won't get that message anymore. And then this will be just a group team that will, or a squad essentially, that consists of a hunter vehicle, a team leader, and an automatic rifleman. Try another group, and there's special forces, the diver team, infantry. This is a rifle squad. It's pretty much a big squad that consists of like 10 people. Weapon squad is a smaller team. A fire team, an even smaller team. An anti-armor team, excuse me, is an anti-armor team, a team that's dedicated to taking out vehicles. And a sentry is just a small 2-man squad. Same with the Op.4. Nothing really different. You know, you can do special forces, motorized infantry. And yeah, so we'll go ahead and place this Op.4 squad, and then we'll go ahead and select this unit so we can shift and click the team leader. And as long as if you shift click something, it'll highlight everything, but if you just click something, it'll just highlight him. But shift click it, and then you can turn the whole squad around, or you can, you know, click off and individually move each person around. Now, that's what I'm going to do here. This, if you got groups tool selected, you can ungroup. You can ungroup everything as long as you drag the line. Click and drag the line off of them, and you'll see this line start to disappear. Oh wait, oops. There we go. So nobody's grouped. And then literally all these people are individual. Now the squad leader and this team leader are a squad. The squad leader and the automatic rifleman. Oops, messed up there. Why is this not working? Oh, you gotta drag to them. Oh, what is he, a higher rank? He's a sergeant. He's a sergeant. Okay, you'd have to make him a lieutenant. And then you drag this grenadier to him, and it's literally creating a squad, so they'll all work together. So I can show you right here that these guys won't be a squad, but everybody won't be a squad. These 3 guys will be individual. So if I just go ahead and preview, I don't think I made myself a person. Oops. I might have messed that up. Yeah, I did. Okay, hold on. Just go ahead and abort there, and then all you have to do, double click that person, player, okay, preview. So now I'll be the squad leader. So here we go. So see, these are my squad guys. These are the guys that linked up to me, and those are the guys, the 3 guys that I didn't. So these guys all move with me. Those guys don't. Just because I can. Anyway, guys. So yeah, that's about it for groups and units. Oh man, I got them all. And some of the features of the editor. Next time we'll get on the waypoints and something else. I'll figure it out. But anyway, guys, if you like this video and it was helpful, leave a comment and like this video. Anyway, guys, peace out.